welcome to another episode of Stay Home and Yoga Strong. So I spent a lot of time thinking about where I wanted to go with today's class, and this is where I landed. Focusing today on resiliency. So I talk about this a lot, that what we practice on the mat applies to life off the mat. So the more we can practice our skills on the mat, the more resources we have, the more availability we have for these tools off the mat. And resiliency seems like a really good one right now. So the idea that I had is it's not about not making waves, it's about learning how to ride the waves. And that's resiliency, to be able to rise up when it's important and have that energy, and then to come back to center and regroup and refill and restock your own resources. So the next time you're needed outside, out where you have to be on, you have filled yourself up and you are resilient. So today is about riding the waves of resiliency. So coming to a comfortable place on your mat, whether it's seated or lying down, and taking a moment for yourself to see what you need today. Maybe you'll take on my intention, or maybe you have something else up for you, something that you need for yourself today. What I often say in my studio class is if I look out onto the room and everybody's doing something different, that's awesome, because it means you're listening to what you need in this moment. So I'm gonna just trust out there that you're doing what you need. Whether it's everything I suggest, or holding back, or adding pieces, please make this time on the mat, this hour, exactly what you need it to be. So maybe closing your eyes, or softening your gaze, and taking a moment to just self-reflect. See what it is that's calling you today. Maybe notice the places where you're holding some tension, maybe holding some stress. Maybe it's in your belly, in your solar plexus, maybe your jaw. And see if with your breath you can release some tension by extending your exhales all the way to the bottom. Inhale naturally to wherever it goes. And as you exhale, see if you can extend your exhales a little bit longer. Softening in your breath, softening in your body. Allow your jaw to unhinge, your eyes to be soft, your lips to soften. Maybe shoulders soften away from your ears. Soften your belly, so when you inhale, your belly and chest rise together, and exhale all the way to the bottom. If you're seated, go ahead and lie down, resting into the mat, and just notice the places where the back of your body touches the mat and the places where they do not. Drawing your attention to the back of your body. Maybe do a scan from the top of your head, down your spine, down the backs of your arms, the backs of your legs. A natural inhale here, chest and belly rise. Open your mouth and sigh it all out. Draw both knees into your chest. Hug your knees and your nose towards one another. Curl up like a little ball. And exhale as you release. Draw your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg long. Circling your ankle both directions. On your next inhale, let your knee open to the right, keeping your left hip down. And exhale across your body. Nice, gentle, full body twist. Come back to center. Both knees hug in, nose to knee. And release. Right leg extends, left knee is in. Same thing, second side. Inhale as you open your knee to the left, and exhale, come across your body to the right. Coming back to center, either plant your feet on the floor or lift your feet up so your knees are stacked over your hips. Clasp your hands behind your head, draw your low ribs down towards your pelvis, and your mid-back presses down into the mat. Keep the tension in your core. As you inhale here, exhale, lift your chin and chest up toward the ceiling, squeeze at the top. Your low ribs are gonna stay knitted down. As you inhale, lower your head and shoulders. So those low ribs aren't popping up. They're staying down the whole time. Maybe your head and shoulders don't touch down. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Building up that heat, starting from our core. This time, draw the left ribs towards the right thigh and back down for 5. 2, last one. Right ribs towards the left thigh. Cross your body the opposite way. Keep pressing those low ribs down. 2, last one. Left ribs towards your right knee. Extend your left leg long, so it's like a half of a bicycle. Maybe your knee and your elbow find each other and they can press in towards each other. Squeeze and hold so the left leg can stay hovered. You can press your heel down into the mat. You can bend your knee and press your foot down into the floor. Inhale here and exhale, switch sides. So it's the ribs coming towards the thigh and then the elbow extends. Same options with that right leg. You can press down, foot comes down, or your foot can stay hovering. Switch sides again. This time, option, the left leg can lift up and slowly lower down, like you're lowering your heel through molasses. Not just dropping it, you're pressing it down with control and strength. Inhale as you lift up, exhale down. 2 more. See if you can press your knee and your elbow towards each other. Last one. And switch sides. Option to lift the right leg up on the inhale and slowly press it down on the exhale. Last 2. Last one. And come back to center. Roll yourself up to boat pose. See if you can rock it here. Balancing on your sit bones. Your heels can come down. They can stay lifted either way. Hands at your heart. Your spine is nice and long. Extend your right arm behind you. See if you can tap really far behind you, keeping your core on and your spine long. And come back to center and switch sides. Left arm straight back, slightly behind. Come back to center. Maybe your heels are down. See if you can keep your spine long here without rounding. One more time, each side. Inhale as you twist. And exhale back to center. From here, roll yourself up and over onto all fours. Finding tabletop position. Inhale, drop your belly, tailbone lifts, chest lifts, and exhale, round. Press your palms into your mat, shoulder blades separate, nose towards your navel. Inhale, cow, and exhale, cat. Really feel the flexion and extension. Feel each vertebra moving, like a snake moving with grace. Back to tabletop and find extended tabletop. So it's the top of a push-up from your knees. You're going to inhale down to push-up and exhale back to child's pose. So that's the movement. Inhale down and exhale back to child's pose. Press down with the knuckle of your index finger as you're doing your push-ups, and your elbows will graze your ribs. Option to keep this movement or come up onto high plank from knees and toes, push up, and back to downward dog with bent knees. So the first time around, your knees are bent, so your hips can lift high and there's extension through your spine. Shifting forward into plank, push up, and downward dog. You can also stay from your knees and go back to child's pose. We have 3 more. Exhale as you press up and back from knees or toes. Not letting your belly sag behind. Wherever you are, it's a nice strong plank. From downward dog or child's pose, come back to tabletop. Extend your right leg long, lifting your heel up so your leg is parallel to the floor. Your core is on, so you're not sagging in your belly here. Drive your knee to your chest, nose to knee, and back out straight. Flat back, strong leg, knee to nose. Press through your heel as you extend your legs so it turns your glutes, your hamstring, your leg is strong. Option to extend the left leg, finding bird dog, knee to elbow, crunch. Last crunch. Inhale, find the length, and back to tabletop. Switching sides, starting with the left leg, straight back, straight up, core is nice and strong. Knee towards your nose, round. Inhale, find the strength of your leg. Exhale, crunch. Maybe adding the right arm. Extend your right arm and leg together. Exhale, crunch together for 3. Squeeze your glute and press your heel away as you extend. Last one, inhale long. And back to tabletop and a round of cat-cow, finding that neutral spine. Curl your toes under and press back to downward dog. Maybe finding a little bit more length through your legs, bending one knee, lifting one heel, walking your dog. Both heels lift. Chest presses towards your thighs. Inhale, lift your hips up higher, and exhale, float your heels down to the mat. Bend your knees deeply. Walk your way to the top of your mat, finding forward fold. Release your head and neck. Maybe keep a bend in your knees so you can really release your spine. Hands on your shins for support. Inhale, flat back, gaze straight down. Feel the length in the back of your neck. Exhale into chair. Hips drop, chest lifts. Pull your knees and feet away from one another. Your legs are on and strong. Press down to rise up. Big inhale. Exhale, palms to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, arms into cactus. So your arms are bent at 90 degrees and slightly behind you. Your low ribs are down. Inhale, lift your chest and chin up toward the ceiling. Maybe tipping your elbows forward and the backs of your hands behind. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweeping your right arm up, holding on to your right forearm with your left hand. Lift up, and exhale over to the left. Little side body stretch, opening through our sides, through our spine, lateral extension and flexion, and switching sides. Back to center. Inhale up and exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to downward dog. And then floating forward into plank. So we're going to do easy mountain climbers. Driving your knee to your chest, opposite legs. Nice and strong and stable through your shoulders and your core. If this is a challenge for your shoulders, you can do this from your knees. Driving your knee each time closer to your chin or to your nose. Just a few more, warming up. Pausing in plank. Inhale here and exhale back to downward dog. Next time you inhale, lift your right heel up and back. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, coming to a runner's lunge. Drawing your knees or drawing your feet together, but the back knee is lifted. Maybe not so much weight on your fingertips. Use the strength of your legs to support yourself here. The back knee taps down gently and then presses up. For 3 more. Keep drawing your feet together at the same time. Pausing in runner's lunge, left hand down, inhale, sweep the right arm up and twist. Big inhale. And exhale, switch sides. Right hand down, back foot pivots down, left arm lifts up, twist, open and breathe. From here, press down with that front foot coming up into warrior two. So the front knee stays bent, the back leg is straight, feet are pulling together, wrists are pulling apart. Inhale, straighten the front knee and arms up overhead, and exhale, press down. Press your hands down like they're going through molasses, just like we did at the beginning. Inhale up, exhale, press down. Keep drawing your feet together, warming up, and press down. From here, shifting back into high lunge, that back heel pivots up, feet are pointing forward, shoulders, wrists, hips. Inhale here, and exhale, hands down to the mat. Gently straightening through that front knee, nose towards your thigh or your shin. Rocking forward, runner's lunge, and exhale, back, extended pyramid. One more time. Bend that knee, plant your palm, step back to plank from knees or toes. We have more mountain climbers, nice and easy. Keep your core on. So we're climbing a mountain today. The beginning of the mountain's nice and slow, getting used to it, slowly getting harder. Maybe a little bit more speed here for the last 5, 2, 1, back to plank. Inhale at the top and exhale all the way down to your belly. Press down with your palms to lift your chest up, finding baby cobra. Elbows are coming together and down to your waist. Find a length through your back body, length and strength. And exhale down. Curl your toes under from knees or toes, press up and back to downward dog. Exhale. Next inhale, lift your left heel up and back. And exhale, bring your left foot forward, coming into that low runner's lunge. Draw your feet together. The back knee taps down and presses up. For 3 more. Pausing in runner's lunge. Plant your right hand down, lift the left up and twist. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand down, pivots the back foot, right arm up and twist. Big inhale. Long exhale. Press down with your foot to come up into warrior two. Straighten that front leg and arms, and exhale, press your hands down through molasses. And 2 more, just like that. From here, pivoting on that back foot, back to high lunge. Hands come down to extended pyramid, straightening through that front knee and bend, rocking forward. Keep drawing your feet together. Front knee bends and pause. Plant your palms, step back to plank from knees or toes. Let's do 5 push-ups, nice and strong. Pressing through that index finger. Elbows staying next to your ribs. Last one. Inhale at the top and exhale down through your back bend or straight to downward dog. From here, that's always an option if you want to skip the back bends or if you want to do every single one. Whatever feels best on your shoulders, on your back, whatever you need. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Head and neck release. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale into chair. Press down to rise up, big inhale. Exhale, palms to your heart. So your feet are about hip width apart, maybe slightly narrower. Inhale up and exhale down into chair. Pull your knees and feet away from one another. Feel the tension through your hamstrings and your hips and your thighs. Everything is on, your quads. From here, standing straight up and maybe up onto your toes, heels lift, and back down into that strong chair. So as you come up, find the length in your spine. As you come down, pull your knees and feet apart as you're squatting down. Inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, press. So we're gonna start building a little bit of heat here, starting to ride the waves. We're gonna go up and down with our heart rate today. This is how we're gonna build resilience physically, by raising our heart rate, raising our heat, and then bringing it back down. Picking up speed a little bit for these last 10. You don't have to come up onto your toes. You can stand straight up each time, pressing down with your feet and lifting up with the crown of your head. Of course, I've lost count, so let's do 5. 3, 2, 1. Finding mountain pose, strong and steady on both feet. Ground down and rise up with your energy, crown of your head lifting up. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and a slow exhale, hands to your heart. Slowing your heart rate back down, using that control, building that muscle of resilience. Inhale, palms touch, slow exhale, palms to your heart. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to downward dog. Exhale when you get there. Next, inhale, lift your right heel up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, nose to knee, strong arms. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, coming up into a high lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale here and exhale, project forward onto that front thigh. The back toes stay down, but very gently. So most of the weight's on your front foot. So your arms can stay tracking over your ears. Maybe your hands at your heart, or maybe your arms extend back. So you can try all 3 and see which one works best for you as we hold this. Building quiet strength here. From here, inhale back to high lunge. The back toes walk forward just slightly so there's a bend in your back knee and your tailbone can press straight down. As you exhale, the back knee comes down and the elbows come down into those cactus arms. So like pressing down through molasses. So there's some strength in your back and elbows are slightly behind. Draw your back foot and your front heel together and hold. Inhale back to high lunge and exhale, projecting forward and hold. Keep breathing, see what you can relax. As we hold and things get hard, where are you holding tension that you don't need? What can you release? So you're not making this harder than it needs to be. Use the strength and energy where you need it and relax the rest. Inhale up to high lunge. And one more, back knee and elbows come down and hold. How's your face, your jaw, your eyes, your lips? Can they soften as you ask your legs to strengthen? Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, front foot to meet the back into plank. Moving into side plank, you can drop the left knee and swivel it around like a kickstand to find supported side lunge, or extend both feet, stack or stagger your feet. Whether your bottom knee is up or down, maybe lift the top leg up, finding a star. Top foot touches down and presses up. 3 more, nice and strong and steady through that bottom shoulder. Last one, slowly back through plank. And switching sides, you can drop the right knee kick it like a kickstand, or keep both legs extended, stack or stagger. Strong through that bottom wrist and shoulder. Maybe lift the top leg. Maybe tap and press. For 3, 2, last one. Back to plank. Inhale at the top, back to downward dog, or through the back bend of your choice. Extra exhale at the down dog. Next inhale, lift your left heel up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, nose to knee, strong. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left foot between your hands, come up to a high lunge. Inhale here, and exhale, project forward. Same options with your arms, tracking your ears, hands at your heart, or arms at your side. Wherever you are, nice and strong and stable through that front standing leg, back toes are light, drawing your feet together, finding a slow, steady breath as the heat builds in our legs. Inhale to a high lunge. Maybe those back toes walk forward, little bend in the knee. As that knee comes down, the elbows come down and slightly behind. Draw your feet together. Keep checking in with your breath, the quality of your breath, keeping it slow and steady and calm. Inhale, high lunge, and exhale, project. Back to high lunge, and last time, back knee comes down, elbows press down and back. Calming breath, full exhalations. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to your mat, front foot to meet the back. We have 30 seconds of mountain climbers starting now. Maybe they're a little bit faster as we're starting to head up the mountain. You have some more strength, that heat building. See if you can keep your hips and shoulders from bouncing, driving your knees one at a time to your chest. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding plank from knees or toes. Inhale at the top and exhale all the way down to your belly. Extend your arms. A little wider than shoulder width. Tops of your feet press down. Arms lift up. Maybe your chest lifts as well. Maybe your nose stays down. Low ribs stay down. Grab that bar, that imaginary bar. Drive your elbows down and behind. Maybe lifting like baby cobra, or keeping your nose down. Inhale, exhale, drive. Keep pressing the tops of your feet down, turning on your legs. Using the strength of your mid and upper back to lift yourself up while you're keeping your low ribs down. 3 more. Last 2. Last one, squeeze at the top. For 3, 2, 1, and down. Curl your toes under from knees or toes, finding downward dog. Bend your knees, making your way to the top of your mat, finding forward fold. Release your head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale through chair, press down to rise up, sweeping your arms up in a long, slow exhale, hands to your heart. Okay, back to the wave. Wide feet, maybe it's wider than your mat, heels in, toes out. We're gonna do some wide squats. So as you squat, your knees press, tracking over your toes, your chest stays lifted, and press your knees out as you rise up. Inhale down. Press down with your feet as you rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping your chest lifted, Imagine your spine sliding down a wall. So the depth of your squat is based on your body, not mine. So maybe your hips don't go below 90 degrees. That's fine. Strength and stability in your form, whatever your body looks like. Knees press out. Chest stays lifted. Okay, whatever speed you're at, you can change it at any time. You can speed it up or slow down. We have 1 minute. So pace yourself. You don't want to burn out. This is part of resilience too. Well, how much effort can you put into something without burning out? That builds your energy without depleting it. So we're building energy, building that heat, building that strength. We're halfway there. Notice where you are. Is this sustainable? Can you keep doing this for 20 more seconds? 5 more seconds. Nice and strong. 3, 2, last one. Finding mountain pose. So your heels are directly underneath your hips. Shoulders over hips. Crown of your head reaching tall. Round down through your feet. Energy rising up through the crown of your head. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And a slow exhale, palms to your heart. Slowing it back down. Part of resilience is coming back to center. Inhale, sweep up. And slow exhale, hands all the way to your heart. Top of your mat, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Release your head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to downward dog. Next, inhale, lift your right heel up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, nose to knee, squeeze and hold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, coming up to high lunge. From here, projecting into warrior 3. So pressing off those back toes, standing strong on that front right leg. Your chest stays open, shoulder blades on your back as you hinge your hips. Let your heart lead the way. Your back heel is pressing towards the back of your mat and your toes are pointing down. Your left inner thigh rotating up to the ceiling so your hips are square. Press strongly through that front standing foot to come standing all the way up. Maybe balanced on one foot, that left knee can come forward and back to warrior 3. The heart leads the way. Keeping your chest open. And again, pressing strong through that standing leg, drive that back knee forward, standing all the way up and back to warrior 3. One more time, standing all the way up, knee comes forward, back to warrior 3. And standing splits, reaching your fingertips down towards the floor. The back toes still point down, lifting your hips up a little bit higher. Maybe it won't be very high, drawing your knee towards your nose towards your knee. Maybe bending the left leg and tapping the left toes behind the right heel and pressing back to standing splits. For 3 more. Last one. Standing splits. Bend that front knee, the back toes come down to runner's lunge. Front foot to meet the back. From here, from your knees or toes, a single push-up. And then finding side plank. If you're on your knees, you can do the same thing we did before, the modified side plank. Or if you're on your toes, finding side plank. Back to plank. A single push-up from knees or toes. Side plank the opposite side. You can also do this from your knee. Finding plank, push up. Side plank, one more time. Left, and one more time right. Push up. Last time to the right. Back to plank. Inhale at the top and exhale to downward dog or through your back bend. And we'll meet in downward dog. Next time you inhale, left heel lifts up and back. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left foot between your hands. High lunge. From high lunge, projecting to warrior three. Nice and slow, keeping your heart open, shoulder blades on your back, hinging at your hips. The right inner thigh rotates up toward the ceiling, keeping your hips square. Pressing strongly through that left leg, draw that right knee forward. Maybe find the balance, standing up all the way and back to warrior three. Heart leads the way. Back to stand. And floating to warrior three. Back to stand. Whoop. And warrior three. Releasing your hands to your mat, finding standing splits. Keep rotating that right inner thigh up toward the ceiling as your heel lifts maybe a little higher. Bending both knees, the right toes tap behind the left heel. And press up. And again, press up. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Bend that front knee, the back toes come down, runner's lunge. Front foot to meet the back. Inhale at the top and exhale all the way down to your belly. For some more of those rows, tops of your feet press down, extend your arms. Grab that imaginary bar, inhale, exhale, drive your elbows together and slightly behind. Inhale, exhale, drive. Keep pulling your lower ribs in to keep your low back quiet. The strength is in your mid and upper back. Last 2. Last 1, squeeze and hold. Extend your arms so your fingertips are pulling towards your heels. Maybe lift your chest, maybe lift the tops of your feet, finding locust pose. And see how you move with your breath, riding your own waves. Full inhale maybe lifts you up, and an exhale maybe softens. One more inhale, and exhale, release completely. Hands on either side of your ribs. Curl your toes under, pressing back to downward dog. Bend your knees, making your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Release your head and neck. Inhale halfway. Exhale through chair to press down and rise up. Big inhale. Exhale, palms to your heart. Okay, now we're gonna really bring it up. This is the big wave. So it's 20 seconds of work, 100% work, followed by 10 seconds of rest. So there's a little bit of the resiliency right in there. 20 seconds, 100%, get yourself out of breath. The idea is to push yourself. This is anaerobic, this is not yoga. For 4 minutes, pushing ourselves. So the movements are gonna fluctuate between a squat, that wide squat that we did, if that felt good to your body, and then a drop squat, where you start narrow and hop and maybe tap with opposite hands, or maybe just reaching down towards the floor. When you hop, your knees are still pressing out and you're gonna land softly on your feet. Okay, I'm gonna change the music while we wrap our brains around that. The first beep here is a get ready. The next one's a go. So the first one's gonna be squats. Okay, remember, 100%. Your 100%. Here we go. So knees press out And as you stand, your feet press down to press you up. So you're pushing the floor away every time you stand up. Chest stays lifted, so you're not folding at your waist. And stop. Okay, that was 20 seconds. Now you know what it's like. Maybe you can amp it up. Next one is drop squats. So you're gonna start narrow and hop wide. Here we go. So you can do every other one and use your hand on your opposite thigh for support. You can drop both hands straight down if you can keep your chest lifted. Be mindful of your knees pressing away from each other. Don't let them cave in. And stop. Okay, that's one of each. How's your heart rate? Going up a little bit? Okay, wide squats. Here we go. Your squats, your way. This is your 100% right here. Working on putting out tons of energy and then bringing it back home. Here we are, 10 seconds. Bring it back home. Back to those drop squats. Here we go. All right, this one takes us halfway there. So notice where you are. Are you out of breath? Is your heart rate going up a little bit? Can you give it a little bit more? And stop. All right, you guys feeling it? Exhale, exhale. Bring it home. Okay, wide squats. Here we go. Pumping them out. Just rip them out one at a time. Stay strong. Be determined. This is it. This is the big output. Keep going. Dig, dig. Woo! And stop. Come back to center. And we're back in it. Here we go. Back in it. Dig, dig. You got this. You can do more than you think you can. I know, I believe in you. I can see from here. I can feel it. I'm your biggest cheerleader. You got this. And stop. Okay, one more to each. Come back to center. Find your breath. Okay, last of these squats. The last ones. So get them all. Yes. There it is. Heart rate, blood pumping. Those endorphins are kicking in. Ah. Oops, I stopped early. Stop, okay. Last one, last drop squat. Come back, come back. Here we go. Get every single one right here. Nice. Almost there. Can you speed up? This last few. You got it. That's it. Good job. You have some water. Take a moment. Come back to your center. Meeting back in mountain pose. Long inhales, longer exhales. Feel your heart rate. Maybe even put your hand on your chest and feel what you just did. And slowing it down because you say so. Coming back. Inhale, arms up over your head. And slow exhale, even just thinking slow. Bringing your hands to your heart. Two more, just like that. Inhale. And slow it down. And one more. Slow down. Back to the top of your mat. We have one more mountain to climb. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale, forward fold. Release your head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms, step back to plank. From knees or toes, we have 4 rounds of mountain climber. Same thing, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Do your best. This is our resilience training. Okay, next beep is a go. One more mountain. This is it. This is the peak. We're almost there. You can see the top. Here we go. So your mountain can look fast. It could be slow and steady. Either way, stay strong through your shoulders and try to keep your hips fairly quiet so they're not bouncing. So your core needs to stay on. And relax. Maybe take a child's pose. Just get some air in. Refocus. Round 2. Again, you can do this from your knees. Driving your knee to your chest. Driving your knee up. Strong core exercise. Or taking it from your toes. Wherever your mountain is, climb it. And relax. This next time, go across the body. So drive your knee toward the opposite elbow. Here we go. 20 seconds. Cross your body. See if you can keep your shoulders steady. Your hips are gonna dip a little bit with the cross, but keep your core on and your shoulders strong. You got this. It's a beautiful view from the top. And rest. Okay, last one, last one. 20 seconds to the top of the mountain. Here we go. You're determined. You're strong and steady in body and mind. Yes. Almost there. Knees down, child's pose. Rest. Breathe. Finding your way to downward dog. Curl your toes under. Press your hips up and back. Long exhales. Next time you inhale, lift your right heel up and back. And exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, coming up into a high lunge. Back heel is lifted and pressing towards the mat, drawing your feet together. Hands at your heart center. Maybe your thumbs touch your sternum to make that closed connection. Softening your gaze, looking at something that's not moving, or maybe closing one eye, or maybe both. Have that sense of balance, go internal. If it's difficult for you to close your eyes, open your eyes, focusing on a point, and then imagine that point in your mind when you close your eyes. If your eyes are closed, opening, pivot your back foot down, finding warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, find side angle. Long line from your back heel towards your fingertips all the way. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front knee. Reach your fingertips forward and down, finding triangle pose. Right arm down, left arm up, stretching in opposite directions. Bend that front knee, inhale back to warrior 2. Straighten both legs, Heels in, toes out. Nice wide stance. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale down into the squat of the gods. Knees really pressing out. Hips drop, chest stays lifted. And relax. Relax your breath, relax your face, relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, straightens both legs and sweep your arms up overhead, palms touch, and exhale down into that deep, wide squat. One more time, inhale, sweeps up, and exhale, sink down low. Inhale, straightening your legs, back to warrior two, so the back foot pivots. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and exhale, cartwheel your hands, frame your front foot, runner's lunge. Front foot to meet the back, through a back bend or straight to downward dog. Next time you inhale, left heel lifts up and back. Exhale, left foot between your hands, coming up into a high lunge. Back heel presses down, feet pull together, hands at your heart. Maybe your thumbs touch your sternum. Again, option to soften your gaze or hold a point in your mind's eye as you close one or both eyes. Eyes are closed, opening them softly. Pivot that back foot, finding warrior two. Draw your feet together. Relax your shoulder blades down your spine. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Long line. Long stretch. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front knee, reach forward and down. Back arm lifts up, triangle pose. Bend in that front knee, inhale back to warrior two. Straighten both legs, heels in, toes out. And then the single leg squat, single leg lunge. So your hips press back as one knee bends. So your knee is tracking over your ankle or the middle of your foot because your hips are pressing back. You can lift up and switch sides or stay low, switching side to side. You can have your hands down for support. Maybe those opposite toes lift up. It's up to you, your body, what you feel like you need here as we wind down. Filling our cup back up. One more time, each direction. Making your way to the top of your mat, runner's lunge. The back heel pops up, front foot to meet the back. In plank from knees or toes, we have a pyramid of push-ups. So we're going to go up to the count of 3 and back down. We're going to start with 1. Inhale down, exhale up. You can rest in child's pose or downward dog or hold plank. We have 2 push-ups. Each one as perfect as the first. 3. Here we are at the top of this mountain. Pausing, plank, child's pose or downward dog. Back down, we have 2. Last one. Inhale at the top and exhale all the way down to your belly. Extend your arms on either side of your body, lifting up into locust pose. Low ribs are pulling down as your chest lifts. Tops of your feet may lift. Here, or maybe bending your knees, reaching behind, grabbing the tops of your feet, keeping your knees pulled together. Press your feet and hands into one another. Shoulder blades draw together, chest opens. Maybe lifting your knees higher, riding the waves of your breath. One more big inhale, and exhale, release all the way. Pressing back to child's pose. Making your way to downward dog. Exhale when you get there. Next inhale, lift your right heel up and back to scorpion dog. Bend your knee, heel comes towards your hip, and open your hip. Keeping your chest pressing towards your thigh, evenly through both arms. Inhale here, and exhale, bring your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Your left knee comes gently down into lizard pose. Pressing your right knee out, maybe the inner arch lifts up. Draw your back knee and your front heel towards each other. Staying up on your hands, or maybe if you have the ability, the mobility to come down on your forearms, if it feels good. Back onto your hands, inhale here, your foot is flat, and exhale, half splits, shifting your hips back towards your heel, and exhale. Rocking your way forward and finding your way back to downward dog. Big exhale. Inhale, lift your left heel up and back, bend your knee, heel towards your hips and stack your hips open. Keep pressing your chest towards your thigh evenly through both hands. Inhale here, and exhale, bring your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Right knee comes gently down. Left knee opens, inner arch lifts. Back knee and the front heel pull towards each other. Staying up or maybe coming down. Lifting up if you're down, your foot is flat. Inhale here and exhale back to half splits. Exhale, nose towards your knee. Rocking yourself up and over from tabletop, and then swing your legs all the way around so you're sitting on your bottom, finding boat pose. So high boat, your chest is lifted. Maybe your heels are down, maybe they're lifted. Using the strength of your core to stabilize your spine, moving into low boat, extending your body. Your shoulder blades can stay lifted. Rounding now through your core a little bit so everything is on here, and pressing back up into high boat. Find the length of your spine, heart open. Back to low boat. And all the way down. Bend your knees, feet are on your mat, making your way to bridge pose. Press down with your heels to lift your hips up. Shoulder blades can walk together so your chest is open. Relax your face, your neck, your throat, your brow, your breath. You need to relax the music. That's better. Shoulder blades back where they were. Come up onto your toes. Your heels lift. Big inhale. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Rock yourself back up to high boat. Weave another wave. Finding resilience in the space in between. Down to low boat. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs for support here. Press back up into high boat. Chest is open. And back to low boat. And relax. Hug your knees into your chest. Extend your right leg long and allow your left knee to drop to the right. Your left arm opens to the left. And allow your gaze to follow and your breath to soften. Long exhales. Bring everything back into center. Hug both knees in. Extend your left leg. Right knee drops to the left. Right arm opens to the right, and your gaze softens and follows. Coming back to center, hug both knees in, curl up in like a little ball, nose to knee, and release. If there's a pose that you need for yourself to finish your practice, take some time to do so now. Maybe have your feet wide or wider than your mat, and rocking your knees side to side so that your knees are wide enough that they don't touch your feet. Opening through your hips. Gentle rocking relaxes the mind. And whenever you're ready to find a simple resting position, a place that requires no energy, where you can let it all go and recharge completely. This is where among the places where there's magic, this is one of them. Letting yourself steep in all of the energy, all of the waves, the ups and downs and in between, and then letting it seep into your body, into your cellular memory. Let it live within you now. Following your breath to calm your mind. Letting your belly and chest rise with the inhale and exhale completely to the bottom. Feel free to turn this off and stay in this place as long as you'd like. Or if you're ready to come back from wherever you drifted, come back with your breath. Full inhale, belly and chest rise. Open your mouth and sigh out a long exhale. Maybe extend your arms overhead, draw your fingertips and toes away from one another. Big inhale. And exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Rolling yourself onto your side and pressing yourself up, keeping your gaze and your mind soft and finding a comfortable seated position. Maybe hands open to receive energy, or maybe palms together at your heart. Taking this moment, the pause between this and that, to notice what you just accomplished. What it feels like to raise yourself up and then fill yourself back up. That resilience, this training on the mat for life off the mat. Thank you so much for riding the waves with me. This act of self-care is truly an act of self-love. And the love in me sees honors and is so grateful for the love in all of you. Thank you.